morning, guys. It's a different day, my day off. So yeah, need to get this thing dealt with. I'm falling behind. My goal for this truck is to hopefully have it done by the end of May, and I'm already a week behind my schedule that I wrote up, so I need to get cracking. Yeah, I've got a few components that I need to do other jobs to acquire. One of them is the Volkswagen diesel engine. It's in a car that I don't own yet. I have to finish working for a guy doing a couple jobs on his vehicles, and then I can get the engine. So there's a bunch of stuff at play here. There's a lot going on in the background, but the components are starting to come together. This thing is getting cut in half today. I don't give a flying fart. It is gonna be in the box of my truck by the end of the day. I don't even care. So where I left off is I got that spring hanger. I got the bolt cut on either end. I just need to pry it out and wiggle the spring out, and then do the same to the other spring, and then yeah, probably try to flip it over and cut as much other stuff off as I can, and then brought my tape, so I don't have to go back to the house. Brought my tape. I'm going to measure out the frame. I do have to go back to the house because I forgot my freaking tape measure. Dang it. Yeah, we'll just jump into it. I'll grab the tape measure when I'm ready for it, because I don't feel like going anywhere.
Dream big, 'cause boy, you're gonna make it. Stand tall, there's a higher road you're taking. Let go of everything that you know and be wild in the mystery. Yeah. I've been in the darkness for 40 days. I've been.
Well, guys, I just rolled my truck. That's a horrible joke. I got the frame flipped over, so now I can start working on the underside of stuff. Give you guys a close-up of what I want to do. These guys got to come off. These guys got to come off. I'll probably leave those as reference. Yeah, I could cut that off, I guess. No, steady bearing. I need that. Don't cut it off. That little plate can come off. This cross member can come off. No, I'm going to leave the cross member in place because I'm cutting the frame somewhere in this area. This is where all my meat's coming out of, because that is the straight shot, and it gives me the best chance of lining it back up after I cut it in half. I got to take 13¼ inches out of the middle of it. So, could finish cutting this off, or I could just not, and then once I get it to the shop, I can use the plasma cutter to make real short work of it. These got to come off, both sides. That I'll probably no, it's coming off. Executive decision. It's going bye-bye. Yeah, and then once I get everything cleaned up, then I can start welding everything to it, and it's going to be so exciting. I just have to make, well, I salvage those ones. Spring hangers for the front. I got my rear ones done already. The rear springs are pretty much ready to go in. I've got the shackle hangers made and the spring hangers made. They're sitting at the shop assembled, waiting to go in. The front is, yeah. If I use those springs on the front, well, you know what? Let's do a quick mock-ins up, because the axle sits about right here, stock. So I'll grab one of those springs and set it on top and see what we're dealing with. Something like that. I think that's going to work out pretty good. Because the shackle hanger that I made for the front, the center of the shackle is going to be about here, and I want the springs to have a bit of an arch on them, so realistically they'll probably be sitting something like that, somewhere around here, because the shackles are 6 inches, so that moves the axle forwards. No, okay, no, I messed up, because this is your control arm mount. Un momento. Okay, so it is a little bit more offset to the front, so the front axle's probably here. So yeah, this thing's gonna be way forwards, which is not a horrible thing. No, because I'm gonna do the vertical blocks, so it should all line up. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've done this stuff, so it's definitely taken a bit to come back, but I think I still got it. I've been building trucks long enough. So yeah, I think that's gonna work out pretty freaking good. Oh guys, I gotta rip into town. I gotta pick up some new zip discs. Mine are just, the one that I have left is too thin and it keeps stalling out when I make cuts. It is quite frustrating and probably a little on the dangerous side. So I'm gonna rip into town, get some properly sized zip discs, and come back here and then stop at the house first, grab my tape measure, and then come back here and then start just finishing off the rest of the frame. I really don't like using that Sawzall, so I think I'm just going to use the zip disc on the majority of the rest of the stuff. So yeah, intermission time. Oh, that was a nice little intermission. Ran into town, got some more zip discs. They're 045 instead of the 3/64ths, so they're the ones that I know fit my my angle grinder. A little bit of liquid motivation. Not a sponsor. Should be though. I drink a lot of their beer. When I was on my hour-and-a-half errand, I decided I'm not going to use these. These are not beef. I was able to do that with my pry bar. I could not do that to the ones that I built. Trust me, I tried. I had to wedge the spring into there on the ones that I built. So, not using those. I want this build to be overbuilt is underappreciated, and if I roll the truck, which very honestly could happen, I want to be able to pull the Mazda body off and swap something else onto this frame and not have any frame damage. So I'm going to be building this thing like a tank. Strong and just bulletproof. So these are, they're not up to spec. They're not up to my specs, so they gotta go.
I've been searching for holy flames, a sign to light up the way. So can you help me out? Can you help me out? I've been more certain of truth before. I've been called a righteous man before. Yeah, I've been closer to Jesus before. So can you help me out? Oh, can you help me out? Am I on my own? Am I on my own? Or can you help me out? Am I on my own? Am I on my own?
Well guys, freaking love angle grinders. They're scary, they're dangerous, but they work so good. I got that whole rear section of the frame cleaned off. So I just got to clean up a couple little tabs, like those guys there and these guys here. But it's coming along way faster. Ooh, there we go. One thing I'm gonna have to do is replace this cross pipe here. It is quite rusty in a couple of areas. Not a huge deal. I'm going to wait until after I've got the frame cut and put back together, just because I don't want to mess with the twist or anything of it. So I want as many cross members in place. That's why I'm not unbolting the trans cross member there. I'm leaving that guy in place until I weld the frame back together, because that'll help keep the two frame rails from squishing in or distorting. So yeah, making great progress today. I feel a lot better. This morning, I don't know if you guys could tell, but I was just kind of, I don't know, kind of doggy. I didn't feel motivated. I felt tired. It's cold out. It's overcast. Yeah, just wasn't really feeling it. I knew I had to come out here and do this, but I didn't have any motivation to do it. So I was forcing myself to do something I didn't really want to do. But I went for a nice drive. I was talking to Clinton, and he's like, "Yeah, go for a drive. Go get your Sawzall or your cut-off discs and go get some beer." So that's exactly what I did, and yeah, I'm having a grand old time. So yeah, one thing I got to take out that guy there, the spare tire carrier thing. Somebody cut the chain in it. I don't ever use them anyways, so that guy's going bye-bye. I'm kind of torn. I don't know what to run for a fuel tank. I don't know if I want to keep the Toyota fuel tank, this guy here, or if I want to go and do like I did on the 4Runner, my arm's getting tired, with a Ford fuel tank in between the frame rails right in there, because I could do that again. It's not that hard. The only crap part is making the tank. You got to be super careful. I took out probably about 5 fuel pumps because I did not clean out the tank good enough. Anyways, I'm gonna have a little bit more of my brewski, and then I'll be back to work. I am getting very close to cutting the frame in half today. Like, I'm thinking within the hour it's gonna happen. Alright, so I just did some measuring. Mazda wheelbase, 110 inches. This wheelbase, I don't remember. I'm going to have to measure it again-ish. Frame width on the Mazda is 42 and 5/8. Frame width on this is 41 and a quarter. So it's 1 and, 3/8 of an inch narrower this frame is than the Mazda frame. So my whole plan of using the Mazda body mounts on this frame, no bueno, because it's going to be shorter by quite a bit. So I'm going to have to figure something else out. I might have to build my own freaking mounts. Or I could take these mounts off, bolt them to the Mazda body, and then drop it back on, and it should fit. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. For now, I've got my number for the Mazda wheelbase. I'm going to measure this wheelbase. I'm going to just go off of the spring bump there, and roughly where I think it is up front there, and we'll just subtract. I'm thinking the number was 13 and a quarter inches, but we're going to double, triple, quadruple check that, because, well, I've got a little bit of allowance with the putting my own suspension on, because I can move the axles forward and backwards as I need, but I'd like to get it close. So we will measure this frame, see how much we got to cut off, and then it's go time. Alright guys, I don't know where I came up with 13 and a quarter, but that ain't right. It's a very good thing I double checked. I went on Edmunds and looked up the wheelbases, because my measurements were apparently not good enough. And come on, there we go. We got Toyota wheelbase 121.9 for an extended cab, and Mazda wheelbase for a regular cab is 109.3. That leaves us with 12.6 inch difference. So I don't know where I came up with the 13 and a quarter, but I'm kind of a little bit nervous, but I kind of just want to just full send. So I will do some measuring, do some marking, do some taping, and then cut. Yeah, let's just get to it, I guess.
Well, can you help me out? Can you help me out? I've been scared to look in my soul.
Well, that was nerve-wracking. It's in half now, so there's no turning back at this point. I've been talking to my buddy Kyle and my buddy Clinton, and Kyle's like, just slam some beers and just send it. So yeah, it's done. So now I got to just cut the second line off, and then I'll have my proper length. I'm gonna take one of the box sections that I cut off to the shop and find some tubing, some box tubing that'll fit inside it so I can sleeve it. One positive of cutting your frame in half, you can clean it out really easily. No, but look at this. All the meat there, that is a solid frame. That is why I bought this whole truck to tear apart for the frame. Both sides, they're mint. There's no rust inside this frame. That is looking beautiful. The one issue that I had with plating or sleeving the 4Runner frame was all these little frickin' things inside it. I'm gonna have to knock those off or just notch the pipe around it. Like, I dealt with all this crap last time, so I had to notch quite a bit. But that's why I cut it so far back. I think on the 4Runner frame, I cut it more towards the middle, if memory serves. I think I took out a section from like here. Oh, apologize. From like here to about here. 17.5 inches that I cut out of the 4Runner frame. It was also a regular, an extended cab short box Toyota pickup frame. So, yeah. Very exciting. Well guys, I got a lot done today. I'm starting to power down, so I think I'm going to just load this up into the box of the truck while I've got the energy for it, and then I'm taking the rest of the day off because I've been working steady. Like when I'm not at work, I'm working on other things, so I've very rarely got any time to just relax, but I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it today. So I'm gonna load up this frame halves in the back of ye old land yacht, and then we're gonna call it a day. Well guys, I did it. I got it loaded into the back of the truck. Holy crap, I'm tired now. So that'll do it for today guys, so thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.